What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my video. So today I'm going to be doing some technical analysis on some stocks. I have 6 stocks in total that I'm going to be talking to you guys about in this episode. So for the first one, just keep in mind the BTC prices. So the first one is SOS. This is related to Bitcoin. I have already purchased the stock at $5.58, and I put my stop losses right here and my take profit at the top of the green. So I have 3 different take profit levels. And basically, for the people that don't know, R&R is risk and reward. So for here, every dollar I'm risking, I'm making $2. Every dollar I'm risking, I'm making $4 here, and every dollar I'm risking, I'm making $5. So I'm looking for a 34%, a 64%, or up to an 84% return. Essentially, what I found here on SOS was in regards to Bitcoin. There was a continuation on the upside on the MACDs, and it did turn green. So I put a small target right here just because of the market and how weird the market was acting. I had a price target on Bitcoin for 62K, and it hit 61K earlier, but didn't break that 62K mark. So I feel like on Monday these Bitcoin stocks will rally. And the MACD still have a lot of development to do. So that's the 4-hour chart. And on the daily right here, as you can see, you had a lower high and then a lower so you had a higher low, then you had on the RSI a higher low, and on the charts itself, the stock itself, you had a lower high. So as you can see right here, the price did the exact opposite as the MACD and the RSI. So that's a very good sign that there's going to be a reversal to the upside, which is why I purchased the stock, looking to get at least a 34% return. And my main long-term target is 84%, but I'm probably going to be cashing out earlier. Just depends on how the stock does. So this is for SOS. My next stock that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and sorry, just for you guys that are new or that don't know this, these lines right here are basically resistance and support levels. So you want to buy near the resistant levels and sell at the buy at the support levels and sell at the resistant levels. The next stock right here is EBON. This one is connected to Bitcoin as well. I have purchased this stock. I've scaled some out. I've scaled some out here at the 1040s, but I only scaled a small portion amount. I originally bought right here at 680, and as you can see, you have a higher low, and you have a higher low, but on the chart it's the opposite. So if you look at the chart, let me draw that line for you guys right here. It goes upwards. So here it goes downwards. Just so you guys understand. And then right here it does the opposite. So because it does the opposite, it most likely, once it does reverse and it turns from red to green, it's going to be going upwards. So that's essentially why I purchased this. And this is on the daily chart. If you look at the 4-hour chart, the 4-hour chart has developed. There's probably still some continuation going on, but as you can see, there's these resistant levels. As soon as it hit right here, it bounced down. So the 1133, it bounced down to 1074, and then from 1074 it's starting to form back down, and I feel like there will be a reversal considering that Bitcoin has made new highs. And as long as by Monday on opening Bitcoin could hit 61K or above, I think that we will have a continuation to the upside. And my main target is in the purple box right here, so between 1182 to 1243. If Bitcoin can hit 62 or 63K on Monday, we're definitely going to break some all-time highs. Just make sure you set up your stop losses. So that's for EBON. The next Bitcoin stock and the last Bitcoin stock I want to talk to you guys about, or for those of you guys that don't know, EBON is actually it's going to be like a competitor for Coinbase, so where you could buy your cryptos. CCNC isn't too late to buy. It's a little bit riskier here. There's just a little bit more downside, so the risk reward won't be as good, but it's still fairly good. So here I'm aiming for a 50% return. I went ahead and purchased at $4.26, and as you can see right here on the MACD levels, we had a higher low, and then on the RSI right here we had a higher low. And on the chart, what happened on the actual stock itself, it did the complete opposite. So because it's doing the opposite, that's a signal that it's going to be a reversal to the upside. So it held the support level that I drew, and it's going to go and hit that resistance level, and that's where I'm probably going to be planning on taking profits. Obviously, if it breaks above it, I'll set my stop loss at the a little bit below the resistance level and try to play the upside. So that's CCNC. And for those of you guys that don't know, if you want to follow me on Twitter, mmfinance247, I literally have been giving you guys updates from the start. So originally, when I took my position, right before the after hours was done, I took my position and told you guys my targets, my stop loss, etc. And I've been keeping up with it and just giving you guys information about it as it's happening. All right, so if you guys want to follow me, that's there. So that's it for the Bitcoin stocks. The next stock I want to talk to you guys about is DMTK. As you can see right here, same thing, higher low. On the RSI, higher low. And if you check the stock itself, right here, it did the opposite. So you have a lower high. So right here for this stock right here, when I originally looked at it, it was at 49.69. I feel like there would be a continuation on the upside, since like the MACDs is just turned green and the blue line just crossed the orange. So it's fairly new. Maybe if it does dip during the day, then I'd probably try to buy that little dip on there. The one day chart, there's still a lot of room for the MACD to reverse, so there's still some time on this chart. And basically my target is for a 40% return for 3 to 1 risk reward, and selling at 69.84. Obviously, if it does go up in the high 50s or 60s, I would just go ahead and increase my stop loss about in the 51, so you don't lose on this trade. All right, so that's this company. The next one I want to look at is DCPH. So DCPH isn't a stock that I'm really looking too much into. So as you can see here, you have a lower high and a higher low. So it's doing the complete opposite. So you see right there and right there, it's doing the opposite. So that's showing you that it's a good sign. In regards to the MACD, on the 4-hour, it already started to reverse. I'm not 100% sure too much on this chart. I believe if you do buy in, just make sure it stays above that $42 level. I probably wouldn't risk too much on this. Maybe put a stop loss at 39 if you really want to get into this trade. Anything below 39, I'd probably cut my losses, because the next downside will go all the way down to like 32. So I'd probably put a stop loss around 39. Take profit areas, I'd probably put it around 45 if you want to be extremely conservative, but most likely going to be 48 or 52. Those are probably going to be the areas where I'd want to take my my gains. So that's it for DCPH. And the last stock, this isn't really a stock that I have, but I have someone that requested this. So essentially, they purchased this on the dip, and it has gone up. I think that there's still going to be continuation on the upside. There could be a little bit of reversal, and the stock might play sideways a bit before it does take off, but I do feel like it'll hit this box. I'm being very conservative, and I drew a big box and not really a smaller target. But I would probably start scaling out. If you do own the stock, probably at $233 to $290 is when I would start taking out my profits off the table, and just make sure you set your stop losses. There's still some room for the MACD for the 4 hours, so it still looks really good. RSI finally started going up, and then on the daily, there's still a lot of room for the reversal. So I think that there's a lot of upside on this stock. But it isn't really at the bottom of the range, so it makes it a little bit riskier if you don't own the stock. But other than that, the stock looks pretty good for a continuation to the upside. If you guys want me to do a review on a specific stock, leave it down in the comments for technical analysis. Just don't go ahead and give me a stock that ran up 300% and expect me to do charting for it. I would probably be better off doing charting on stocks that are down and you want to know when it's planning on reversing back up. But please don't forget to like and subscribe, and peace out.